Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. Let's get straight into the action. I know the last episode was actually a little slower because I was running around looking for mobs. I couldn't find them. Then I had to go in and out of this cave and run around. I know it was a little bit slower paced in terms of episodes, but hopefully this one will be a little bit more to the point. And now I have to poison the horse meat and defeat the Black Matron. She's going to be over here in the warg den. I'm just gonna gather up a few of these wargs and kill them. There we go. Alright, let's do that. She's got her pups there. I can defeat them all at once, but we'll do the quest as intended. The horse meat takes on an even more unhealthy pallor. There are the little puppies coming up. They look quite ravenous. Looks like they're all kind of sleepy. I don't know. I think that was the point of it, so that they don't come help their mom. There you go. I've defeated the matron. Easy enough. Now let me get out of here.
I am at your service.
Well, that should take care of the matron then. I'm afraid her pups are probably too tough to expire to a single dose of that spice, but I don't think I could bring myself to kill off a bunch of pups anyway, even if they are wargs. I will regret that in a few months when they are gnawing on my entrails, mind you. Okay, so it looks like we're done around here for now. There's still this quest ring here, but I'm not going to worry about it for now. Sometimes these quest rings just don't disappear, even if there's not a quest in there. But when I plug everything into my completionist checklist towards the end of the season, if I miss anything in there, it'll point me in that direction. I'll be able to go and do it. For now, let me go that way and go talk to J.R.R. Looks like I got a couple of mobs tailing me. Okay.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Kippen, so you have made it this far? It is good to see you then. Well, for this veil is treacherous indeed. I have yet to find a way into Isengard unseen, but I have spotted someone unusual headed towards Isengard by the road. We will want to watch carefully to see what transpires.
Greetings. If you have a moment, I have need of your assistance.
Hearken to me, Kippen. One of Theodred's men, by Grimbold's command, is on his way to parley at the gates of Isengard. It would seem that Saruman would prefer to avoid this meeting, as there is a band of particularly unsavory half-orcs skulking around the road. You should clear the way for the emissary, for I would also like to hear what Saruman has to say for himself when confronted. Half-orc ambushers. Gotta kill quite a good chunk of them. Six more. No, well, let me just... they're ranged. I can't group them up. Alright, 3 more. Let's do this. Here is one. I get on my horse. Try to find a few more. Might have killed most of these. Let me grab one last one. Alright, let's turn this in.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
Good work, Kippen. It appears that Grimbold's men should make it to and through to Isengard, but he will face a far greater danger when he approaches the gate itself. If rumored is to be believed, Saruman's voice has the power to bewitch those who hear it. Take care of yourself, Kippen, though I am certain that you already know the danger.
Hail, friend. May I have a moment of your time?
Grimbold's emissary will arrive shortly. You must escort him to the gates of Isengard and ensure that no ill falls him there. Perhaps we shall have some answers as to the full extent of Saruman's treachery at last. Speak with me when you're ready to meet the emissary. You should head off quick. Grimbold's men will be here at any moment.
An emissary of the Rohirrim approaches the gates of Isengard, hoping to learn the true intentions of the wizard Saruman.
Grimbold told me that you were last seen heading into Non-Crunir, Kippen, but I confess I did not expect to encounter you here. While I was sent alone to avoid raising the ire of Isengard, I have had distinctly unwelcome feelings since I entered Non-Crunir, and I think I should welcome some company before I reach the gates of Isengard. I can scarce recognize this vale. It was once green and beautiful. Some dark mood has seized the will of Saruman if he has allowed this to happen. Some pretty nasty looking trolls here. Are these trolls guarding the gate of Isengard? No mood is this, but madness. What purpose could Saruman the Wise have for servants such as these? What is Saruman thinking? To yoke trolls, ever the servants of the Dark Land, to his cause. I had feared that he had some ambition to bring Dunland under his sway, but this? We would speak to Saruman. Will he not come forth and speak with an emissary of Rohan? I'm gonna go ahead and step back. Stand fast, Kippen, though I fear this may be the end of us. Saruman is indeed approaching. His trolls are acting menacingly. Hold, let our visitors be. There's much to occupy my attention at this time. Ordware of Rohan. But ever shall I advise those who require the aid of my wisdom. So tell me the mind of your lord Theodred in these difficult times. Theodred sends his greetings and apologies for trespassing upon Non-Crunir unlooked for, but his concerns are great as war brews. He fears that we know not the purpose of our old friend of Isengard, and yet we see his hand in many mysterious matters. And there is, I find, a desolation, as if war had already come to this vale, and servants of dark proportion in your retinue. Evil times have come indeed to Isengard and abroad. The wise prepare for war, as none can mistake the clamor of the hosts of Mordor awakening. When Sauron's power arises, each lord will be advised to see to the defenses of his realm, lest it be the first to fall. Yet while Theoden steadily sees his house, his wayward offspring scurry about, meddling in the affairs of far estates. Will you not withdraw from the foolish confrontation and unruly Dullingdings? What scrap of land so concerns you when darkness gathers across these lands? Do not remain on my account, for as you can see, Isengard is well defended. Of course, Saruman. Forgive my impudence. Ordware looks shaken. Saruman is right. If the power of Mordor is rising, we should not be here. It would be best to leave the ford to the wild men and reinforce Meduseld. You do not believe him? Surely Saruman means to aid Rohan in this dark hour, and we see here that his strength is considerable. It may be as you say, and the darkness of this place brings doubt to my heart, but we dare trust our borders to this wizard, who hides his purpose behind a strange and perilous guardians? Wait, Saruman, we did not come looking for aid. Ordware recovers his resolve. We came to know your purpose for your intercessions with the Dullingdings and for this veil, the veil. My purpose is not to be questioned by the likes of you, Ordware, nor shall I reveal it to you yet. But know that when it comes to fruition, these foolish wars and pointless conflicts will end once and for all, and this world will once again move forward in prosperous order. As for Isengard, you need not fear what you see here, for it is nothing more than a tool, a gear in the great engine to fulfill my purpose. There is much afoot, and I have no more time to waste in idle banter. Tell Theodred to return to Meduseld, for if he remains upon the ford, even the wise cannot foresee the outcome. Aye, very well, Saruman. I will convey your advice to Theodred, my prince. Oh, one other thing. Kippen, do not imagine that you have continued meddling has not caught my eye. You will be well advised to return from whence you came before you become involved in the affairs beyond your ken. Now go. So these events take place before the epic storyline, which I already did, obviously, since Theodred is still alive within this context, but obviously he died within the epic storyline that I did over the last several episodes. I will convey Saruman's message to Theodred, and I hope that he will follow Saruman's advice, but I do not think he will. I fear that we are destined for war no matter which way we turn. I must return to the ford now, Kippen. I wish you would not remain here in this forsaken place, but you have your own business to be about. May fortune ride with you.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
Such is the influence of Saruman's voice upon the unwary. Even now I find myself wishing to believe the truth of what he said, though I need to look around myself to see his dark intent. I do not know what words Ordware will return with, but I fear that they will only serve to confuse matters further for Theodred and Grimbold as they weigh their next choice.
The great company is grateful for your aid.
While I was scouting to the east of here, I thought I saw some sort of movement among the trees upon that slope, but I could find no figure moving about, nor any tracks to indicate what it might have been. I have a growing suspicion what it is, though, and it may be much of our advantage. This may sound queer to you, but I suggest that you carefully gather up some of the seedlings trying to gain purchase in the devastated vale and carry them with you up towards that ridge. If I were you, I would handle them with the utmost care. Alright. I'm gonna go look for some seedlings. Any fan of Lord of the Rings should probably expect what is coming up next. A struggling sapling. That was stupid. I walked right into some aggro. And again, that's alright. I'm just gonna try to pick this up. Probably gonna get interrupted. Yep. Alright, fine. And I am silenced. I can't use my weapons. Okay, good. Let me go see if I can find some more. There's one here. Perfect. Lots of Urukai here. Good for that Urukai Slayer deed, if you remember in the... Let me pull it up. In the final episode of the Dunland season, couldn't do that Urukai Slayer deed. And that's because there's not really a good place for them except some instance quests. So, you know, we're working on all this stuff. It's the last Slayer deed for Dunland, I guess. Even though it's a different map. Had to organize these last few maps a little bit differently than I would like to. Should be a seedling here. Alright, last one over there. Alright, so now I need to bring him to Dagoros's ally, which again, if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, you probably can anticipate what this is going to be. I'll just remind you, and we are near Fangorn Forest. This is Quickbeam's Grove. Quickbeam, of course, being an int. Let me wait for this guy. Just find him. Oh, he was coming to help out. He was going to stomp on that guy.
Home. You are hasty folk.
Farewell, little orc. You have chopped your last tree. Home. One moment now, Taroom. Maybe I have been too hasty. You are not an orc, are you? Even if you do rather look like one. Hobbit, you say? Well, that is new then, and what do you have there? Why, I know these little ones. I raised their mothers down in the Vale home before the orcs came with their axes. You should best introduce yourself then, little hobbit.
You should not be giving your right name away like so.
Those thrice accursed Barum, those orcs, have slain virtually every tree within the Vale of Non-Corinir. Why, I knew this one beech, barely 50 years old, mind you, down by the river, that they just... No, I shall not disturb you with the terrible details. Let me just say that I am in a mood to tear a few branches off those Burarum and see how they like it. Perhaps you might help. Perhaps you would punish the orcs for me?
Home now. What business have you with the Ents?
Home, these little orcs without number. Each one falls, another runs to take up an axe and continue cutting. It may be that their tools are worth more to Saruman than their lives. Without them, they cannot fell the trees. Perhaps he could gather their axes and hatchets and hurl them into the same fires upon which burn the fallen trees of Non-Kurinir. Let us see how these Burarum cut down trees with their bare hands.
Let's not be hasty.
Though I dare not reveal myself yet, these little Uruks are not much of a threat to me, even if their axes do sting a bit, but they have constructed engines that hurl great bolts, often set aflame. These things could seriously harm even an Ent. There are ways to deal with such things, however. Take these seeds. They have been bathed in one of my entrails, and buried them beneath each of the engines. They will not threaten us much longer. Alright, so let's help out some of the Ents. Need to kill some woodcutters. Alright, where am I headed? Let me just go all the way to the south. There's a woodcutter. I'll stop and fight some of these along the way. Okay, nice. Another one. Lots of archers. Not as many woodcutters. I hate being stunned. Oh well. Seven more of those. Oh man, those stuns are so annoying. Alright, so I need to collect hatchets and I need to plant things. Trying to bring these in together. Now I'm silenced. Gosh, I hate Uruks because they stun, they silence. It's just frustrating to fight them. Oh well. Alright, I'm just gonna head in here. Black March Fort. So lots of deeds being done. Explorer deeds and all that. Okay. Working on some of the meta deeds as well. Big troll. Now I need to start working on some of these weapons as well. Gonna go ahead and fight both of these. Why not? Kinda laggy. Okay. Still need to get 8 of these. That's a lot. You know what? Let me just fight everybody. Silence, stunned. Look how ridiculous this is. Alright, there's another one here. Just gonna go ahead and fight these guys. I don't care. Oh, come on, I totally clicked that. Silenced. Oh my god. How annoying. Super stunned. Still silenced. Let me see. Yeah, let me go this way. I'll fight all these guys. I don't care. Silenced. I'm about to get stunned. That guy's somehow still alive. And there's another one, just for funsies. Let's see. Alright, there should be some stuff here. Let's just round everybody up. Why not? Alright, and one last axe here. Let's go. Throw the axes into the fire at the Uruk encampment. So I have to go back. I guess just that one will do. Excellent. So let me go return to Quickbeam. He's pretty far, man. I guess he kind of has to hide in the periphery as to not raise any suspicion. All right.
You are far from home.
The sight of smoke rising from those fires burned at my heart with so many fine trees lost and for nothing. It is scant solace to know that some small part of that smoke now carries away what is left of the hateful axes used to hew their noble trunks.
Stand now and rest a while.
I like you, little hobbits. You are willing to raise a weapon and aid the forest rather than cut it down. Alas, I do not see that we have thinned the numbers as much. I think upon this, we should not be too hasty, as I am often reminded.
Let's not be hasty.
Tower room. Yes, well, there are rather a lot of orcs, are there not? I suppose you cannot drive them all away. Well then, we shall have to learn more about them and get to the root of why they are here and what purpose Saruman has for them. It must have a leader. If you can find his dwelling, perhaps you might learn more.
You are far from home.
As you can see, trees are strong, stronger than any troll or artifice of the enemy. Our hands can crush iron and rock when we are roused to anger. Soon the forest will be roused. The trees of Fangorn to the east grow restless as they look down over the ruins of this vale. They will not remain quiet forever.
Home now. What business have you with the Ents?
I once spoke with one of the wise who believed that the trolls were indeed Ents. Tower room. Perhaps the wise are not as wise as they would like to believe. But it did get me thinking. What if they are a bit Ent-like? You see, we have a draft that we give to the trees when they become upset. It slows them down, makes them more tree-like, less dangerous. So if the wise are to be believed and the trolls are just a bit Entish, then perhaps it would work on them. Okay. Sounds good. Hope you guys are enjoying the season. In the next episode, we're gonna continue aiding our friend Quickbeam the Ent. And I'll see you next time then.